Alright, it is the night before the trip, and I'm heading to Mexico, flying into Cancun, and then heading from there down by bus from Playa del Carmen into Belize, where I'm going to wander free range for a stretch before flying back out after spending New Year's in Belize. So what I've done is I've gone through and I've laid everything out, and I've decided to pack a little heavy, focusing on shirts and stuff along those lines, because I'll be doing New Year's down there, and so just want a little extra flexibility. I'm also going to be doing some salsa dancing, so I have an extra pair of shoes. So let's run through everything I packed. First item is going to be one of the most important, and I love these Keen Targi 2 shoes. They've just been absolutely fantastic in the past. In addition to the Keen Targi 2s, I also have a pair of flip-flops, which I'll use on the beach as well as in the shower, and that's of course very important because I'll be hosteling. Because I intend to do some salsa dancing, I'll also be taking a pair of evening shoes, which work for dance, and they also work for nightclubs and things along those lines. Next to the shoes, you'll notice a North Face wind-blocking vest, and even though the weather is scheduled to be in the 80s, the 70s and 80s, I don't know what I'm going to run into, so I packed that just in case, and I figure that gives me flexibility where I don't really have to pack any other long sleeve shirts. I've packed 5 pairs of Walmart special $3 for a pack sports socks, which have a little extra support. They dry fairly quickly, and they add a lot of extra support. I've also got one small pair of just little everyday black socks, which work really well when I'm washing the others, and they dry a little bit faster, just in case I run into an emergency need. Because I'm going to Belize, and Belize is a former British province, colony rather, I will be taking this power plug, and that power plug should take care of me. I also have a small lens wipe for my camera lenses and my glasses. Right behind that is the plug for my camera, and that'll let me download files from the camera. It'll let me recharge my MP3 player, and it'll let me back things up as I find LAN centers or borrow somebody's laptop along the way. To the left is an inflatable pillow, and that's beautiful for planes or delays or anything along those lines. Up above that, we have my brand new Canon G11, which I'm really excited to put to use, as well as a 8 gig backup memory card to supplement the 8 gig card that I have in the Canon camera, and I can use that to back up video, or I can use that if I just want to shoot a lot of photos in RAW. Next to that is this awesome little mini stand, mini tripod, which works beautifully for the camera, taking still shots, night shots, anything along those lines, and I will definitely be using that for the Flip, which I'm actually shooting on, Flip Ultra HD, and that's the only thing that I'll be taking, which you won't be seeing. Next to that is a $35 underwater Flip video case. So since I'm going to Belize, hopefully going to do a lot of snorkeling, maybe some diving, that is one of the items I'm really excited to test out. It's good to 30 feet as well, which is absolutely fantastic. I've got a passport carrier, and of course my passport next to that, which is fundamental. And then just above that, you'll notice a small key and lock. That is for hostel lockers and security, and that's really important. You want to make sure you take your own lock, and you want to make sure that it's small enough that it will fit through various types of kind of eye holes that they may have on lockers. Next to that is my camera backup battery and charger, and next to that is my social camera. Because I don't want to take my main camera out to a nightclub or something along those lines where it might get damaged, I picked up a old Nikon that's smaller, more portable, and was dirt cheap, $25-50 off of Craigslist, which I can lose, beat it up, do whatever to. Behind that, there is a set of electrolyte stamina packets, and those have a lot of vitamin C in them, as well as some potassium and electrolytes, and that just really helps me keep my immune system going, and it gives me energy when I need it. I've also got my malaria medicine and some probiotics next to that in this little plastic container, which should keep it all together for me and keep it simple. And then next to that I've got an old driving cap, which I always love to travel with. Behind that you'll see an extra pair of glasses, you'll see a eye mask, my directions to my first hostel and my hostel reservation. And then to the right, you'll see my reading material, a magazine for the plane and the airport, and then 2 books. The main one of which is The Daughters of Enodo, which is actually my dad's book, and I'm really looking forward to reading. It's a spy travel trilogy, so that should be exciting. I have 3 pairs of boxers, and these are those ex officio give-and-go boxers, which are synthetic, they dry quickly, they're very lightweight, they're scent resistant, and they are water wicking. So those are wonderful. They dry in a matter of hours, which is why I only need 3 of them. Next to that you'll see my belt, and then you'll see my shirts. What I've decided to do is actually take 6 shirts, which is kind of overkill for me. But I decided to do 2 in each category. The first 2 that you see, the white and the gray striped one, are dress shirts after a fashion. Both are lightweight, dry quickly, and are pretty durable. They also have roll-up, pin-up sleeves, so I can either use them on the beach or use them at nightclubs, which should be absolutely wonderful given the climate. Behind that I have 2 dark polos that won't show dirt or stains, and which have worked out incredibly well in the past. And then behind that I have 2 normal t-shirts. One is a travel t-shirt from Wild in Scotland, which is a travel company I really like and picked up on my last trip, and the other is just a graphic tee, which is fun, something to mix it up a little bit. Next to them you have my rain jacket, and I'll roll that up when I eventually put the final packing, pack everything up. Next to that I have 1 pair of shorts, cargo shorts, a scarf, and then underneath that my swimsuit. Then underneath that my pair of jeans, and this little guy right here is my tiny little travel towel, and those microfiber towels are incredible. They dry quickly, they're portable, they're compact, and they absorb a lot of water. So even though this is only, well, it's absolutely tiny, but it works wonderfully and it doesn't take up any space. My DOP kit, and then I suppose 2 of the other more important elements, just cheap Walmart specials. I think I paid $35 for this bag, and that will be my main pack, and everything will go in that, or the majority of this material will go in that. And then my second day pack, and that will strap on the front of my body, and that's the one I will carry with me throughout the day when I'm on tours or wandering around through the cities and enjoying myself. So, all said and done, I expect it all to be under 20 pounds. And I will be putting up a post afterwards on Virtual Wayfair saying what I should have packed, what I shouldn't have packed, if I left anything out, and how everything worked. Also make sure to check out ultimatepackinglist.com for packing tips, suggestions, and a more in-depth explanation of some of the things that I've used in this video. Thanks for watching.